The BMP-1AM Basurmanin, a modernized iteration of the Soviet-era BMP-1 infantry fighting vehicle, represents Russia's pragmatic approach to sustaining its armored forces amid economic constraints and evolving battlefield demands. Unveiled in 2018 and further enhanced in 2025, the Basurmanin transforms a 1960s design into a viable platform for modern and hybrid warfare. By integrating advanced firepower, electronics, mobility, and a new armor package, Russia aims to extend the operational life of its aging BMP-1 fleet while addressing long-standing vulnerabilities. Introduced in 1966, the BMP-1 was a pioneering IFV, combining troop transport, mobility, and fire support in a single platform. Equipped with a 73mm 2A 28-gram low-velocity cannon, a 9M14 Milyutka anti-tank missile launcher, and space for 8 infantry plus a 3-man crew, it offered a revolutionary capability for Soviet motorized rifle units. Over 20,000 BMP-1s were produced, with thousands exported to allies across the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. However, combat experience in conflicts like the Yom Kippur War in Afghanistan exposed critical flaws. Thin armor, vulnerable to RPGs and heavy machine guns, an underpowered gun ineffective against modern tanks, cramped interiors with hazardous fuel tank placement, and rudimentary optics, lacking night fighting capabilities. The BMP-1AM Basurmanin, developed by Uralvagonzavod under Rostec, emerged as a cost-effective solution to these shortcomings. First showcased in 2018, the Basurmanin replaces the BMP-1's one-man turret with the unmanned BPPU-1 turret from the BTR-82A, featuring a 30mm 2A72 autocannon, a 7.62mm PKTM coaxial machine gun, and 902B Tucha smoke grenades. This upgrade enhances firepower, accuracy, and crew survivability by relocating the gunner inside the hull. The vehicle also incorporates modern electronics, including the TKN-4GA-01 day-night sight with thermal imaging, a 2-plane weapon stabilizer, and the R160A-25U2 digital radio for secure communications. Mobility is improved with a 360 horsepower UTD-20S1 engine, unified with the BMP-2 for logistical efficiency. On April 29, 2025, during rehearsals for the 80th anniversary of victory in the Great Patriotic War, Russia unveiled an enhanced BMP-1AM variant with a new armor package. This includes explosive reactive armor plates on the hull's front and sides to counter shaped charges, additional steel side plates, and cage armor around the turret to detonate incoming warheads, particularly from RPGs and drones. These upgrades address the BMP-1's notorious vulnerability to modern anti-tank weapons, making the Basurmanin better suited for urban combat and hybrid warfare. While the base hull's thin armor remains a limitation, the 2025 variant marks a significant step toward improving survivability, reflecting Russia's commitment to scalable modernization. The BMP-1AM program targets Russia's substantial BMP-1 inventory, several hundred in active service and thousands in storage, offering a low-cost alternative to procuring new IFVs like the BMP-3 or Kurganets 25. Initiated in 2018, the modernization effort gained momentum with deliveries starting in 2020. The Rubtsovsk machine building plant supplied several dozen BMP-1AMs to the Central Military District for trials, followed by a significant batch to the Eastern Military District in February 2022, replacing older BMP-1s in motorized rifle units. In 2024, Rostec's Vysokotoshnie Komplexy Holding delivered additional units, with each vehicle undergoing rigorous refurbishment and testing, including firing 70 rounds from the 30mm cannon and 150 from the machine gun. The 2025 unveiling of the enhanced variant suggests ongoing production, with new armor packages integrated into existing and newly refurbished units. Exact numbers of BMP-1AMs in service remain undisclosed, but the program likely aims to upgrade a significant portion of Russia's BMP-1 stockpile. This approach reflects Russia's strategy to maintain a large armored force despite economic sanctions and losses in Ukraine, where over 207 BMP-1s and 376 BMP-3s have been destroyed or captured. By leveraging existing platforms and standardized components, the Basurmanin minimizes costs while sustaining Russia's mechanized capabilities, with potential for export to countries operating the nearly 7,000 BMP-1s worldwide. The BMP-1AM Basurmanin serves as a modernized IFV for Russia's motorized rifle units, tasked with transporting infantry, providing fire support, and engaging a range of battlefield targets. Its 30mm autocannon can neutralize lightly armored vehicles, infantry, and low-flying threats like drones or helicopters up to 2 kilometers, while the PKTM machine gun and smoke grenades enhance close combat effectiveness. The new armor package, ERA, side plates, and cage armor improves survivability against RPGs, anti-tank missiles, and drones, making it more viable in urban and hybrid warfare scenarios. However, the lack of an integrated anti-tank missile launcher limits its ability to engage modern main battle tanks, positioning it as a support platform rather than a primary tank destroyer. The Basurmanin's primary purpose is to extend the BMP-1 service life by approximately 10 years, offering a cost-effective alternative to new IFVs. With BMP-3 procurement costs estimated at 82 to 86 billion rubles for 1,000 units, modernizing existing BMP-1s is significantly cheaper. The use of standardized components, such as the BPPU-1 turret and UTD-20S1 engine, simplifies logistics and maintenance, aligning with Russia's broader fleet. Additionally, the Basurmanin targets export markets, particularly in the Middle East, Near East, and Asia, where countries like India seek affordable upgrades for their BMP-1 fleets. Its role bridges the gap between obsolete Soviet designs and next-generation platforms, ensuring Russia maintains a mass-deployable armored force. The BMP-1AM has been deployed primarily in Russia's central and eastern military districts, with significant combat use in the Russia-Ukraine conflict since 2022. Initial trials in 2020 focused on integrating the vehicle into motorized rifle units, followed by deployments to frontline areas like Kharkov, Luhansk, and Donetsk. In Ukraine, the Basurmanin has faced a high-intensity battlefield dominated by anti-tank missiles, drones, and mines, revealing both its capabilities and limitations. The 30mm autocannon and modern optics have proven effective against infantry and light targets, while the new armor package offers better protection against RPGs and FPV drones. Some units have been fitted with improvised side armor, roof screens, and electronic warfare systems to counter drone threats reflecting battlefield adaptations. However, the Basurmanin's combat record is mixed. At least 47 BMP-1AMs have been reported lost in Ukraine as of 2024, with examples including a vehicle destroyed in Luhansk, 2022, and another in Donetsk, 2023, equipped with EW countermeasures. Ukrainian forces have captured several units, including an undamaged BMP-1AM by the 58th Motorized Brigade in Donetsk, and another by the 95th Air Assault Brigade, which were repurposed after maintenance. These losses highlight the vehicle's vulnerability to modern anti-tank weapons and drones, exacerbated by the BMP-1's outdated hull design. Despite these challenges, the Basurmanin remains a critical asset for Russia, filling gaps in its armored forces as newer platforms like the Kurganets-25 face delays. The BMP-1AM Basurmanin has significant implications for Russia's military and regional dynamics. For Russia, the program sustains its mechanized forces by modernizing a large BMP-1 inventory, offsetting losses in Ukraine and economic constraints. It supports motorized rifle units with improved firepower, mobility, and survivability, while sustaining defense industries like Uralvagonzavod and Rubtsovsk through production and refurbishment contracts. However, the Basurmanin's limitations, weak base armor and lack of anti-tank missiles, undermine its effectiveness in high-intensity conflicts, potentially eroding confidence in Russia's armored capabilities. Its reliance on a 1960s hull reflects a broader challenge, balancing quantity with quality in a resource-constrained environment.